Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, QUICKORA Global. We hope you're doing great. UK Immigration Shakeup 2026. Top 4 changes reshaping visas and settlement. Make sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications for upcoming videos. The United Kingdom is entering a decisive phase in immigration reform. Beginning in 2026, the government plans to implement a series of structural changes that will reshape how migrants work, settle, and enter the country. These reforms emphasize higher language standards, longer settlement pathways, digital border control, and increased compliance obligations. Below are the 4 most impactful UK immigration changes applicants and employers must prepare for. 1. Higher English language requirements from January 2026. One of the most immediate changes arriving in January 2026 is the increase in English language standards for selected work visa routes. Applicants under the skilled worker, scale-up, and high-potential individual visa categories will be required to demonstrate English language proficiency at level B2, up from the current B1 requirement. This change signals a stronger focus on workplace communication and long-term integration. Importantly, current visa holders applying for extensions are expected to remain subject to the B1 standard, offering continuity and stability for those already contributing to the UK workforce. 2. Earned settlement model replacing the 5-year ILR route. Perhaps the most transformative reform is the proposed shift from the traditional 5-year indefinite leave to remain pathway to a new earned settlement model. Under this framework, settlement timelines will depend on income level, skills, and sector contribution. High earners above £50,270, healthcare and teaching professionals, and global talent or innovator founder visa holders may qualify for settlement within 3 to 5 years. In contrast, many skilled workers could face a 10-year qualifying period, while medium-skilled roles may extend even longer. This marks a decisive move toward merit-based settlement rather than time-based residence. 3. Full digital border and e-visa transition. By 2026, the UK will complete its transition to a fully digital immigration system. Physical documents such as biometric residence permits will be replaced by e-visas, requiring migrants to manage their status through a UKVI online account. In parallel, the electronic travel authorization system will be fully enforced for visitors from approximately 85 non-visa countries, including the EU, US, and Canada. Digital compliance will become essential for travelers, migrants, and employers alike. 4. Rising employer sponsorship and compliance costs. Employers sponsoring overseas workers must also brace for higher costs. The immigration skills charge, which increased sharply in late 2025, remains elevated in 2026. Combined with stricter digital right-to-work checks, sponsorship is becoming more regulated and expensive, reinforcing the government's aim to reduce reliance on overseas labor. Crackdown on legal visa abuse stems surge in asylum claims. The significant growth in asylum claims from legal migration routes has been stemmed following tough new measures introduced in the first year of this government. The crackdown included a record number of credibility interviews and mandating a genuine study requirement for short-term student routes as part of the plan for change to strengthen border security and close asylum hotels. These have resulted in a significant increase in visa application refusals and a 10% fall in student asylum claims, new Home Office data shows. Asylum applications from work, study, and tourist visa holders more than tripled under the previous government and accounted for 37%, 41,400, of overall claims in the year ending June 2025. International students made up the highest proportion of claimants at 40%, followed by 29% from work visas and 24% visitors. Stricter screening has seen refusal rates for short-term study visas increase from 45% to 68%, while skilled worker rejections surged from 3% in 2023 to 21% in June 2025. Among nationalities with high rates of asylum claims, the refusal rate was much larger, still lessening asylum accommodation pressures. To reduce this further, the government has launched a direct messaging campaign to remind students their visas are expiring. The The first-of-its-kind communication comes during the autumn period where asylum applications typically spike and is part of continued Home Office measures to improve visa compliance. Border Security and Asylum Minister Dame Angela Eagle said, "We are taking decisive action to halt the significant growth we inherited in asylum claims from legal routes, which had more than tripled since 2022. While the UK will always be open to the best of international talent, our visa system must not be used as a backdoor to claim asylum." Through innovative measures like directly messaging students for the first time, the government is working to prevent dubious claims that cause unacceptable delays, incur costs to the taxpayer, and threaten the integrity of Britain's borders. Nearly 10,000 students and dependents received the guidance last week, with tens of thousands more expected to receive it over the coming weeks as their visa expiry dates approach. It warns that claims without merit will be swiftly and robustly refused, and those without a legal right to remain in the UK must leave or face removal. Meanwhile, the Home Office is improving data sharing with education institutions to support them in recruiting genuine students. Engagement activities spans the sector, including representative bodies and individual institutions. Education providers responsible for offering places to international students must also treat their roles as sponsors with the diligence and seriousness that those roles demand. In the Immigration White Paper, the government committed to raising the minimum requirements for institutions sponsoring students and reducing the ability for graduates to remain in the UK after their studies on the graduate route from 2 years to 18 months. Alongside these measures, the introduction of visit visa requirements has all but eliminated asylum claims on arrival from countries where evidence showed high levels of abuse. While asylum seekers on work and study routes typically claim at the end of their visa, visitors more often apply on arrival. Asylum claims on arrival by tourists from Colombia and Jordan plummeted by 98% and 97%, respectively, within 3 months of introduction, while Trinidad and Tobago saw an 84% reduction. Overall, port asylum claims are now down 75% from their peak. That wraps up today's video. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching till the end, and we hope this information was useful for you.